Hello, my name is Pablo Kelly. And I'm now 33 years old. At the age of 23 years old, I was diagnosed with a high grade GBM4, which was diagnosed through a biopsy of the parietal lobe after having an epileptic seizure aura and headaches and fatigue for quite some time over a period of months. I was told by oncology to do chemotherapy and radiotherapy, but I chose to do a ketogenic diet over chemo and radiotherapy alongside supplementation. For me, it was a question of my quality of life and my quantity of life. It was my life, it was my choice to live how I wanted with this disease. Within 3 weeks or so, I hit ketosis on a ketogenic diet through a restricted calorie keto diet, 20 grams or less of carbs. I also was fortunate to have, my tumor was an IDH1 mutant gene, which means it blocks glutamine to an extent. And I also blocked glucose by reducing my carbohydrate intake. Without knowing at the time there was an IDH1 mutant gene, I now know that it was blocking both glucose and glutamine, which was very fortunate. And I'm so glad that I made the choice and the decision to do a ketogenic diet. After a while, though, through using supplementation, I found that it was very expensive, and consultations with nutritionists and to get advice from professionals all over the world was financially overwhelming. So my friend set up a crowdfunding, and that raised enough money to keep me going for about 3 years. And in that time, people kept donating, which was very nice. At the beginning, I made a Facebook page called Pablo's Journey Through a Brain Tumor. I wrote about my ups, my downs, my successes and my failures, my emotional states, my mindset, and through writing, I actually expressed myself in a way that relieved some of those emotions. In the beginning, I started looking at the causation of why maybe my tumor had grown. One of them, I believe, is that when I was younger, I had lots of head accidents where I'd fell on my head in a very big way and caused damage to the certain area of the parietal lobe. But I also look at Wi-Fi, EMFs, stress, and I made a very clean ketogenic diet where I didn't have the berries that people allow. I had very low glycemic vegetables and organic meats only and organic vegetables only. I had stable scans for about 3 years until March 2017, where the tumor somehow changed in its shape and its location, where I was able to have an awake craniotomy, which was, I had an inoperable brain tumor, which became operable. And my seizures had worsened over these 3 years, but I had slowed its progression, the tumor's progression, through glucose and glutamine inhibition and the lack of steroids and immune suppressing by chemotherapy and radiotherapy. Yeah, so they removed about 80% of the tumor. The rest dissolved through a clean keto diet and the lack of. I had about five days of steroids within that time. So very little, whereas more people tend to have quite a lot of steroids in their brain tumor life. So yeah, the rest dissolved, and I had no visible sign of tumor. But with GBM, it tends to be that there's always a seed somewhere because it's actually incurable. There's no known cure. So for about a year, I had clear scans. But I started to eat more within the diet. I had more fat. I incorporated foods. I was having yogurt and more relaxed with the diet. And I gained 2 stone in weight, which on a keto diet is not supposed to happen unless you eat too much. You're not reducing your calories. So at the end of 2017, I went to a Children with Cancer conference in London to do a speech. Before that, I had an MRI. So I got home after that. It was about a week, and I got home and I got the results of my scan, and I had a reoccurrence in 2018. Fortunately, at the Children with Cancer conference, I met someone called Misha Sakharov, who said to me, if you've ever got reoccurrence or you have problems, please contact me. I think I can help. So I went zero carbohydrate carnivore. I stopped supplementing, which cut my costs significantly. And I got a stable scan within the first 3 months. In June 2018, I had my first child, which was a scary thing because we got pregnant accidentally. And we had to really think about whether it was responsible for us to have a child if I could die, because that was still a threat. But we went ahead with it, and we had our little girl called Luna, who's now 3 years old, soon to be 4 in June 2022. So I got stable scans for about 3 years, and in June 2021 we had our second child, Malachi, and he'll be 1 in June 2022. So both my children were born in June, which seems to be a blessing. But I've had worsening seizures within that time. My epilepsy had changed a bit. So on the 21st of December 2021, I had my second awake craniotomy. I'm recovering well. I don't know if you can see, I've got the residual scar. I'm healing well. My epilepsy is gone for the moment. And this year, I will finally be marrying my fiancée, Rebecca, which we've been together for almost 10 years, and I love her with all of my heart. And I'm so glad that she stuck by me, and we both got through this together. I think love is the way. So yeah, that's happening this May. My belief is that life can be had within terminal disease. If you change your mindset, you change your outlook on what you eat, what you do every day, your blue light, you cut out blue light, you focus on the causation of why your tumor might be there, and you really intelligently look at all the angles. And through embracing love, focusing on reducing the growth through dietary changes, I believe that you can help yourself too. Right now I am focusing on doing something more, looking at underlying health causes for issues with my epilepsy, growth of my brain tumor that's causing my body to be suppressed so I can't heal. And one of these things is the amount of amalgam fillings I have in my mouth. I believe that if I am to get them removed biologically by a well-trained dentist who understands that mercury poisoning is a real thing, and that if I was to remove them through the NHS, then the vapor that would be released and the mercury that would be leached into my body would poison me and could cause serious kidney or liver damage. So I am trying to do a crowdfunder to raise funds to basically get this done, because I cannot afford to pay it myself. I've literally, I'm on disability benefits. I've got my website, which, I try to get consultations with people, but I don't want people to get brain tumors and struggle with their lives. But it's the fact that people are diagnosed with brain tumors every day and they don't know what to do. So I'm putting myself out there and hoping that people see my website and find the information that I've provided and book a consultation. It's £55 for a consultation of about 20 minutes to half an hour. It'll go longer, but I need to gain an income of some sort. But basically, I don't get enough consultations. So I'm asking that if you're willing and you believe in my cause and you would like to help in any way, please donate to my crowdfunder, which I will post below this video. And you can follow my Patreon, it's Pablo's Brain Journey, and you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. If you just type it in Pablo Kelly Brain Tumor, you will find all my handles on Google. And so if you found this informational and you would like to book a consultation, I'm here for you. I've over 8 years changed my mindset greatly. I've got a great understanding of what the trials and tribulations of having a brain tumor is and dealing with death on a daily basis and fear. So yes, I would encourage you to have a talk with me, even if it's just to inspire yourself to do what you want to do alongside standard of care. After all, it's your life and it's up to you to do what you need to do to stay alive.